It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Looking to throw right away is Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Faking the give. Now Watson. That quick throw there is incomplete. But these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Now it's Watson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, go.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. Offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Don.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. Don.
From the gun, a give to Brown. Wanted to turn and run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, 12, 12, 12. Don.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Bengals at 3-11 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
On 1, ready?
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go, here we go. Don.
Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. Watson now to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from capturing the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
I'm fine, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big
12,
people
12, 12.
always end up winning games for you.
11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12. God.
Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
11.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. On fourth down, the rookie Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Back deep, Naheem Hines. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throw left side complete. That's more. I call it no gain there on the first down play. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. As hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Watson looks to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Browns! Jerry Jeudy, 37 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's get set. 11.
In motion left is Higgins. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This one complete to Yoshivas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, it's Burrow. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Naeem Hines, his first carry. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not only was that a nice run, it's got to be a little bit of a confidence booster as they head towards the end of the first half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second down and 6 now. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Staying on his feet, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 11. 12. Stop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
11, Thomas.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
12.
Now it's Burrow. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11, Thomas. Gun. Dot. 11, MT, take. 11, MT, take. 11. 11. Dot.
Looking to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
A final shot before break. Milton, he's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And this return going to come to a quick in. He is belted at the end of that one. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. One of the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
12. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
11 empty.
In motion left is Higgins. Now it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Gun.
Moss. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Moss once more. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
12.
Moss. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Let's get set. 11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own... and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a 2nd and 10. In motion is McKenzie. To throw, it's Milton. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw is Milton. He's going to look deep for more. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
20! And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11. 11. Stop.
Burrow on play action. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown. As he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
11 mighty.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Burrow will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Here's Milton.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing is Milton.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This is Hines. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Milton. That's to the new Dolphin. It's Odell Beckham Jr.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker was just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Jeudy with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Gun.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Just set. Stop.
Now Burrow. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
12. Back.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave him with a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
12. 11, Thomas.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
12. 11, 11, 11. 11, MT, tank. 11, MT, tank.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So now on comes the Browns offense as they'll try for 2 more.
Track 60.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Again, it's Burrow. This one complete to Burton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go.
11 empty.
It's 4th down.
11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now Milton.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this